An up-and-coming college student takes over the mind of a nosy professor. This is for entertainment purposes only. This short story is only for people over the age of 18.
Not to be poetic, but the first time I saw the light leave Professor May Collins' eyes, I didn't see a void. I just saw my own wants reflected back at me.
Okay, I was trying to be a little poetic, but it sounded good when explaining what happened. Looking back, I guess I felt a little bit guilty for a second, maybe two, but that feeling got wiped out pretty fast because the outcome was just so good. You have to go back to when I was in college. Dr. May Collins was a total powerhouse. She had a new PhD in biophysics and was way smarter than almost everyone else on the faculty. As for me, I was the department's golden boy. I was basically running on caffeine and a huge, maybe not that huge, ego which I hadn't actually earned yet. I had a ton of big ideas, but my favorite was my mental inducer. The device, or prototype, was supposed to be this super precise invisible ray that used electromagnetic transmissions to hit specific neurons in a person's head. The whole point was to rewire a person's brain in real time to match whatever stimulation they were getting. Officially, it was a breakthrough for neuroplasticity. In my free time, it was for something else. I was smart, sure, but I was also lonely. I had the brain of a genius, but the game of a tree slug with girls. Are tree slugs a thing? I didn't just make that up. Things started to take a turn when Dr. Professor May Collins accidentally found my secret research. May didn't just find the inducer, she actually got what it was. She thought it was a dangerous toy, calling it a psychological nightmare which hurt. True, but hurt. May came to my lab to shut me down for good. She was all sharp and bossy about it, but I played the misunderstood student card. Don't ask me why that worked. I tried to get her curious about being a pioneer in the field and eventually convinced her to sit in the chair. I told her it was the only way she could see for herself that it wasn't just some basic brainwashing machine. It was a highly advanced brainwashing machine. Thank you very much. The transmission hit her perfectly. I didn't just change her mind. I basically rewrote who she was. I erased all the skepticism and the boss attitude and replaced it with total obedience and a weird kind of devotion to me. It was what stimulation I had on file, a little dream of having my own personal, unquestioning slave. May went from being my boss to just being mine. Since a sudden personality flip would look super suspicious, I kept the inducer a secret and hid it in the back of the lab. Once May was totally malleable, we started a second project. I noticed she used to be kind of athletic, so I messed with her desires to get her into extreme physical shape. I had her start this intense workout and diet plan, which I freely admit I pointed her toward using the resistance machines and weightlifting. Unable to resist my commands, she turned into this absolute powerhouse of a woman. Like peak physical perfection with abs that I can never get enough of just rubbing my hands all over. It's been years since that day. I eventually got my own PhD and moved into the professional circles she used to run. May is still at the college, though she's kind of a weird anomaly. The only female professor who's also a competitive bodybuilder. Everyone thinks she's just a marvel of discipline and strength. To me, she's just the perfect partner, both in public and in the bedroom. Deep down, I actually really like her in my own way. I can't imagine my life without my personal slave for sex, cooking, cleaning, rubbing my feet and back. And the best part, if you ask May what she thinks, she'll say she loves me and everything I do, so she's happy to serve me however I like. In truth, she doesn't even have a choice. I've induced the idea of a choice from her mind.
The end. This was a work of fiction. Any similarity between people, living or dead, is purely coincidence. This scenario did not, or should not, have happened in real life. Thank you for listening.